Johnnie, Grimsby were knocked out of the FA Cup last week by Wimbledon, but they do travel well in the league, so could Fortress Plough Lane come under threat this Saturday?
It's a tough game. Yeah, it's a tough game with good opposition. Obviously they had a poor result by their standards in the FA Cup, but obviously after that they'll be looking to bounce back, of course. And their away record, the way that they've travelled, has been really impressive so far this season. So this is a tough game. We know that. We're not taking anything for granted, even though obviously our home form has been outstanding. We won every game at Plough Lane so far in the league, and we expect to carry that on because we feel we're playing really well. It's a tough place for people to come, but we can't just think that we're going to show up and it's just going to happen automatically. We need to have the same mindset and attitude that we've shown throughout the campaign. And if we do that, it gives us a good chance.
You've said previously about the boys bouncing through the door at the start of the new week after a good result. I should imagine it's been that way all week.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, Sunday was brilliant for us, for the whole club. But the boys who played, the ones who came on, everyone that was involved in that was outstanding, and they deserved the plaudits that they got. And obviously, yeah, it helps in the build up to this game that we're coming off the back of such a great win, such a great performance, and training has looked brilliant this week because of that. I think they're just excited to go and play again. You know, days like Sunday were great, and we want to have more of those. So yeah, boys have been excellent this week.
James Ball gave a rather popular interview last Sunday, but he had to come off. How is he?
Hopefully okay. Yeah, he had a sore groin in the game last week, and we had to. It was precaution really. Get him off before it became any worse. So I think it looks like we've done the right thing, and he hasn't done any further damage. So we'll see how he comes through training today. If he comes through training today, and we'll make a call on Bally. But looks like we might have he might have dodged one there.
Well, that's good. I mean, he's been a real team player for you, hasn't he?
He's been excellent. Yeah, he really has. He had to bide his time. I know he was frustrated not playing at times, but Bally, what he done was he stayed ready. He trained hard, showed real professionalism, and been brilliant around the group. And he's got that versatility that obviously when we had a few issues at the back there, we had a conversation and worked on him in that role in training, and he stayed into it great. And he's got in the team. He's stayed in the team. He's kept his shirt, and he's been part of some really good performances. So credit has got to go to him.
What's the situation with Jonjo O'Toole? Wasn't out there today?
Yeah, Jonjo just had a little knock start of the week. Didn't get through the session, I think Tuesday. So we pulled him out of training since that. So unlikely to feature at the weekend.
How's Aron Sasu doing? Because he played against Crawley, but he's not been out with the lads recently.
No, he's away off still. Obviously got a hamstring injury in that Crawley game. It was actually the other hamstring to what he'd injured before. So disappointed that he's not featured at all really this season, apart from that little sort of cameo really at Crawley. And he's a little way off still. He's got a fair old hamstring injury, so he's still going to be missing for a number of weeks.
That's a shame because he's a player that you really believe in. You've really been developing him.
Yeah, it's a real shame because he was flying in pre-season. He really was, and he was obviously giving me food for thought around starting the season. He gets injured in like I think it was the last. Certainly one of the last. No, it wasn't the last. It was the penultimate pre-season game, and yeah, we haven't seen him since, apart from that Crawley game. So it's been really stop-start and frustrating because obviously he's a player that we've got massive hopes for, and we still have. He's got loads of time on his side. He's a young boy, so we'll just have to make sure that when he comes back this time, we have to keep him back. There's no point in rushing it again, and he has a recurrence, especially sort of be the third time round now. So we have to make sure that he's right before we bring him back into it and build him up slowly.
Any other team who's relevant to tomorrow?
No, everyone came out of the game apart from Bally coming off. Everyone came out of the game fine. Reeves, he's probably still a little bit away. Hasn't trained this week yet, so hopefully we could get him back next week or two. Get him back, but he's going to need to build up a decent chunk of training because he's been out a while now, Reevesy. yeah, so obviously when we get him back, we need to keep him back, make sure that he, that he stays available to us, because we're going to need him in November. It's a hectic schedule now, really is going to be tough, and everyone's got a role to play. The squad's going to be used. It's going to be vital that we've got as many to choose from as possible.
Well, exactly. I mean, you're going to lose Miles and Omar soon for international duty, and you've already said before, it's an opportunity for players to get into the starting up. It'll be an opportunity for players to get on the bench, won't it?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, those boys have been playing. They've been in the team, Omar and Miles, but they're going away with their countries to play important games for them. And it's an opportunity for someone else. At least two places are up for grabs in the team or on the bench or into the squad, whatever that looks like. But this is why we've got the squad that we have to be able to withstand, hopefully, when players go away with their countries. Because we're not going to get every single game called off, and we can't afford to fall too many more behind as well. And we're going to have injuries and suspension. So these are the opportunities when those boys go away. We need people to step up and be ready, and stake a claim that they get in and they should stay in.
Just finally as well, of course, tremendous support last week. We're on a bit of a roll in terms of getting the crowds coming in, hopefully increased home attendances, those that follow us away as well as we gather momentum.
Yeah, the support's been incredible. To see that many supporters on Sunday was great. Spoke a lot about the ones that were there and also the ones that weren't there. I think that was really important too. But back at home, yeah, we want to fill Plough Lane. Of course, we love playing there. We've seen that this season how important that crowd has been in helping us get results. So yeah, hopefully people are enjoying what they're seeing at the minute and come down and support the boys, because the more people we can get at Plough Lane and get that place absolutely rocking, it just plays into our hands and makes it more difficult for the opposition.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time, Johnnie.
All right, cheers, Rob.